Sawadee. Come. June the 1st. The 1st of June. We've gone full circle, guys. I started this in June last year, and we're back in June. So, I don't know, 16, 17 more days. I'll actually have to go back and look at the first one to see when I start. Well, no, never mind. 365. When I do Positive Action Plan Day 365, that will be the last one. But it's going to be the middle of the month, 16th or 17th, if memory serves me correctly. So, opportunity. We started talking last year about opportunity, and we've covered action and the power of teamwork and failure and defeat and going the extra mile. All good stuff. Your mind, huge. I told you I was fascinated, by the topic of the mind, the subject of the mind. That's a good thing to study. When we hit that last year. Health and happiness, balance. We talk about balance, spiritual health, all that. Faith and hope was December. What was January? Go back and remember. Well, February was personal initiative. Traits of character was January. So we've covered quite a lot of the hot spots, the topics, the categories that he's broken this down into. And once again, we're going to end up where we started with opportunity, when opportunity knocks. And that's good because that's kind of nuts and bolts. I like to start with theory, get your head right, and then get down to okay, day one, do this, right? And that's opportunity is recognizing opportunities, which I guess he did a segue when he was talking about action. He talked about seeing opportunities on yesterday's thing. It's up to you to seize the initiative, take advantage of the opportunities that come your way. Otherwise be condemned. You are condemned to a life of mediocrity. Nobody wants that. So let's get to the first and see what Napoleon has to say about opportunity. Opportunity has a queer way, oh dear, that's not an acceptable word these days, of stalking the person who can recognize it and is ready to embrace it. Well, there you go. So if you're open to opportunities and looking for opportunities, they'll find you, is what he's saying, and I agree. It is a curious quirk of human nature that some people can see opportunities while others only see problems. When you train your mind to seek out opportunities, you will find that every day literally presents you with more opportunities than you can take advantage of. They will be all around you. Instead of your seeking opportunities, they will seek you out. Your biggest problem will be choosing the best ones. The first step in making sure you are ready to recognize opportunities when they occur is to make sure you have a clear understanding of your own core competencies. Realistically assess your strengths and weaknesses as though you were reviewing the credentials of a total stranger. Identify what areas you're best in and those where you need improvement. Work on your weaknesses and build upon your strengths so that when you recognize opportunities, you are prepared to capitalize upon them. Okay, good. So he's he's diving deeper into the opportunity thing, because I remember talking about a week ago about in the beginning, you're going to have to see an opportunity and later you can create them. So it's an evolution. It's a process, right? Day one of anything, you are not going to be master ninja level. It just doesn't happen that way. You've got to put in the time. You've got to actually do the thing that you want to learn, and you'll be learning by doing it and by failing. By making mistakes, you'll learn what not to do. By having successes, you'll learn what to do. Repeat what works and avoid what doesn't, right? I mean, it really can be that simple. You can break it down like that. And as I said in the beginning, you'll see opportunities. And if you're one of those people he was talking about today that don't see opportunities, and you've got money, which I haven't really talked about that much, where you got an inheritance or you're just a really good saver, you saved every penny you've ever made, just took out what you needed to live, you sold something that appreciated in value, you sold some property or a house that you were living in, not as an investment, and it brought you money, and you really don't see opportunities. If you don't see a good place to put your money right now, JV. So JV is joint venture. It's a term you'll hear a lot in real estate. And that's simply two people getting together and partnering up and each bringing a different strength to the table. So if you've got capital but don't see opportunities or don't have the know-how to find a house, fix a house, and sell a house, then find somebody who can find a house, fix a house, who sell a house. And either they won't have money, for whatever reason. They have that skill set, but they don't have the skill set of acquiring money. They don't have cash to buy the house and repair it and partner up with them. Or they're very good at it, they do it a lot, and their own cash is tied up in another 1, 2, or 3 properties, but they're looking to do 5 properties or 10 properties, so they need people like you, who they call private lenders, and they'll give you 10 or 12% on your money and a couple of points, 2, 3 points, and borrow from you, or JV with you, which is a 50-50 split of the profits. You put up the money and they do all the work, right? So that in of itself is an opportunity. Is when you meet somebody who's got a skill set that you don't think it's not an opportunity to partner up and participate in the profit of say flipping a house. You can make that happen. Now, how do you meet people like that? Most of you know what I'm going to say already. Networking, right? Going to the meetup groups, which, thank God, in Florida at least, because I know around the globe it's different with the lockdowns. I can't travel right now down to look for condos because of the quarantine. I don't want to quarantine. I could travel, but I don't want to quarantine. But in Florida, specifically in America, they're starting the meetup groups back up. They'll do social distancing. Everybody will wear a mask or pay Big Pharma lots of money for a vaccine or whatever. They're going to do the dance. They're going to be, politically correct. But they are going to get back together. So that's going to be huge. And you need to hit them up. You need to go there and meet people because there's going to be people there that have skill sets that you don't have. If you're broke, there's people there with money. If you've got money, there's people there with skills. Okay. Get them to, one of those things I read off was teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work, right? Remember that? So, yeah, sometimes if you're just not that person with opportunity, what did he say? What are your strengths? Well, if you've got a shit ton of money in the bank, that's a strength. What's your weakness? You don't know the first thing about buying, fixing, and selling houses. Okay, so while yes, you do want to work on your weaknesses, a great way to learn and build that weakness is to JV with somebody who does know how to flip a house, and then you learn by watching them. That first house that you just participated in as a lender or as a JV partner, either one, you're going to learn a shitload. My favorite word, shitload. You'll learn a lot. You'll learn a lot by watching the experienced person do the flip. Something as simple as where do they buy their dumpster and when do they schedule it? And the answer is the first day. You want to have the dumpster there to start demo the day of closing. Right away, go in there and get the crap out. Right, that's step one. So if you're new, a novice, never done it before, you don't know that. So boom, you just learned. Day one, dumpster. Which dumpster company? Well, you learn that by you see which one he picked, because chances are he's checked them all out, and this is the best company. They don't charge overweight fees. They don't charge over day fees. Whatever. They got the best price up front. There's a reason that the experienced person's picking that dumpster company. So now you know what they know. You know that this is the dumpster company, and you're going to get a 40-yard for most jobs. If it was a smaller job, you get a 30-yard or a 20-yard dumpster. But that's the whole point. You're learning by doing. If you don't have money and you don't have the education or the skills, you need to learn them. It's that simple. If you want it. How bad do you want it? You don't need to learn it. You can sit and watch TV and enjoy life the way you do now. That's entirely up to you. Nobody's making you do anything. But if you want to have it and you don't, this is the way to get it. That's it for today. Seeing that girl again, our second date. Going to go do Mediterranean food, hummus and falafel and stuff like that. I haven't had that since I closed the restaurant. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to seeing her again, getting to know her a little bit better. Once again, where's it going to go? I have no friggin' idea, and I don't care. It goes where it goes, right? Just let it happen organically. Don't push. Don't set expectations. Just let it evolve, let it happen.